Welcome to Volume 5 Assassin's Flaw, the fifth installment of the multiple award-winning Dreamkeeper's graphic novels. Before we explore the books and rewards together, Liz and I wanted to say thank you to the readers who have built up this series into the underground hit that it is today.
The Dreamkeeper's community has made spectacular things possible.
They certainly have. We started with nothing. No big publishing company, no startup capital, no trust funds, just paper, pencil, and a story we love. Thank you, everyone, for sustaining our efforts in building this fantasy world and filling it with meaning by enjoying it with one another. Now, before I get too mushy...
Hello to any new viewers. If you're unfamiliar with Dreamkeepers, this is the perfect starter campaign for you.
Yep, the Omnibus Collection creates the most luxurious and affordable way to put hard copies on your bookshelf. So, let's crack open the cover with a brief introduction to the series.
One way to find out.
So that's the basic premise. Every one of us has a character in the dream world, our Dreamkeeper. Nightmares are trying to slaughter all of them, so each Dreamkeeper has a supernatural power tied to their personality. It's their sole means of defense, but that's where the plot thickens.
With no outward trace of nightmares for generations, the Central City Authority of Andoruna has outlawed powers.
In volumes 1 through 4, no sooner does Mace fall for Lilith than they discover the nightmares are back, corrupting the CCA, Androruna's elite police forces, from within. The main cast are caught between them, an underground rebel paramilitary organization, the Troika, anarchic street gangs, and evil eldritch abominations. Alongside all this chaos, Mace, the poor young scoundrel, suddenly has to deal with a brooding romantic rival who captivates both his love interest and the attention of her mischievous half-sister Nama. High-stakes conflict, high-octane action, and kids coming of age grappling with their own supernatural abilities in a totally unique fantasy setting.
You can read it right now for free at dreamkeeperscomic.com and enjoy volumes 1 through 4.
And that brings us to Volume 5, Assassin's Flaw. If you're a new reader, plug your ears until this trailer is over.
The blade has fallen on Operation Guillotine. But as the heads of their enemies roll, a band of heroes, desperate to save their world, will discover that every chain of command is only as good as its weakest link. A young orphan's fixation on destiny will bring him face to face with the dream world's most deadly and feared entity. Beyond Andoruna, ruthless bandits to the north, unspeakable massacres in the exotic arid west, and the weight of the world crushing down on the shoulders of a blind and restless ex-war hero who must choose between his sworn duty and protecting his only remaining family. As the aloof and the explosive Bast comes to grips with his newfound fiery powers, the mischievous Nama must put aside her wily ways to stop her friend Mace from throwing his life away, chasing a mirage. What hope does she have of keeping them both alive, when even the seasoned soldiers who swore to protect them can't be turned to? Uncharted horizons, danger and peril around every corner. It's Andoruna like you've never seen it before. Dreamkeepers, Volume 5, Assassin's Flaw. Join us and resist.
Welcome back. Volume 5 is a major milestone for the series. In terms of story, it's the beginning of Act 2. We're expanding into backstory, more distant settings, and complications in the main plot. And for the series itself, this is a major gateway. Me and Liz are working our best, but two sets of hands do have limits. If we can grow our publishing company Vivid, we could unlock more creative firepower for faster book releases and expansions into some exciting territory. We'll hit that in a minute. First, let's walk through the tier rewards, and that'll take us to those exciting things I mentioned. Tier 1, Digital Adventure. At this level, you get the high-resolution PDF of Volume 5. If you're new to the series, you can catch up, compliments of our website, enjoy Volumes 1 through 4. Also on Digital Adventure, you receive a download of the Dreamkeepers Volume 5 soundtrack. Yes, the series does have a full orchestral soundtrack with some of the tracks recorded by a live orchestra in Budapest. So if you've never experienced a graphic novel accompanied by its own dedicated soundtrack, you're in for a treat. It's quite the experience. And browse in style with a new desktop wallpaper. Leveling up from there, you'll be getting a nice, hefty package in the mail at Tier 2. Within will be Dreamkeepers Volume 5, the first book in our upgraded format. The series is going from standard comic size up to 8.5 by 11 to take advantage of our glittering landscapes and the full detail of the art that we like to put in there. It's also going to be in a hefty hardcover. Check those stretch goals because as we go, the book gets more and more gorgeous. With foil stamps, debossing, and UV spot gloss, I am excited to see how that comes out. And if we hit that stretch goal, a newly designed V bookmark comes along for the ride. So she's a fan favorite character. Tier 3 delivers a set of branded merchandise based on which faction you choose to join. Would your character join the CCA and enforce order, Troika to be a renegade freedom fighter? There's also the Neons for total anarchy, and let's face it, evil's fun. You could be with the Nightmares. Based on which side you choose in your survey, the faction merch will be branded to reflect that allegiance. There's a sew-on patch you can add to coats or other gear, an enamel pin, bookmark, a membership card, fridge magnet, and a nice hardcover journal for drawing or taking notes. Also at this level, we introduced the character color sticker pack by the magnificent artist Superflat Psychosis. She's doing her own comic as well. Author of Control Freak. She's made great Dreamkeeper stickers for us in past campaigns, and we're happy to offer some more. The Bookworm tier. It doesn't include the faction merchandise, it's nice and simple. You get the Volume 5 hardcover, and once that stretch goal is unlocked, the Omnibus. This is the best for the backer that wants maximum book for minimum price. Moving up from there is Tier 5, Omnibus Treasure Seeker. This is where the limitations start. The books come signed by me and Liz at this level. We can only sign so many books. In addition to the massive Omnibus, the Omnibus is going to be over 500 pages. Volume 5 has author signatures as well, making them a collector's set. Included with this is the faction merchandise and the V bookmark. And going forward from here, just pretend I said that for everything, because the rewards just stack up. Everything that you got from previous tiers, you're going to be getting that in the future tiers as well. At the Silver Sketchmaster level, your hardcover beauties won't come just signed by the authors. I will draw a metallic silver Sharpie sketch in your Volume 5 and in your Omnibus, making them unique art pieces. I can do this for maybe 200 books, 200 folks, that's 400 books total. The sketch will feature a surprise character from the Dreamkeeper series, and with a large cast, there'll be a lot of variety in these sketches. The Golden Memento Master tier has something I am really excited about. At this level, we make a trading card for you featuring your Dreamkeeper. I'll create a portrait of you and put it onto a customized card, a little poker-sized card, and we can add your name, your character's power icon based on the classifications in the Troika chart, and you can select a weapon of choice from the canonical options plus a familiar creature. There are pointers, reenechos, whatever companion your character would have. You get a portrait commission, and you will get a whole deck of 52 copies of that trading card of you. So instead of leaving a business card with new friends at conventions, well, you have something much cooler to put in their hand. Plus, when you meet other Golden Memento backers, you can trade and begin collecting cards that feature actual people. They'll come with gold gilding, just like the Dreamkeeper skirmish cards. In fact, the stats on the edge will match up with the Bobby deck hero in skirmish. So if you want, you can swap him out and play skirmish as yourself, teaming up with V. You also receive original Volume 5 art here. We draw the series the old-fashioned way on pencil and paper, and you're going to get a literal piece of it. Also at this level, you get the exclusive Starfall Loveleaf enamel pin and your very own guide coin. You may be familiar with these supernatural talismans from the story. Well, now you can own one laser-etched by the fantastic crafter Talenchi. We're nearing the summit with everlasting art. At this level, you're going to be printed in the Omnibus. I'll be drawing a black and white pencil sketch of your character, and there's a section in the Omnibus that talks about introducing this concept of Dreamkeepers and how everybody has one, and I thought, well, wouldn't it be cool if the sample illustrations there were actual people? So they're going to be, and one of them could be you. We have to cap this tier at 10 people. Everlasting Art backers will also receive a 60 by 90 centimeter wall scroll featuring the Omnibus pencil art of their character, as well as our brand new 3D printed figurines. Modeled by Tari, we will be sending IndieGoGo home with you. This pose is crafted perfectly from one of their debut illustrations, and we are using silicone resin molding techniques to make an extremely limited run of these figurines. We do the molding right here. And the pinnacle tier, Chromatic Viscount. At this level, your omnibus illustration will be upgraded to full polished color art, and naturally, your character art will be provided on a flowing, beautiful wall scroll. You don't have to choose a faction at this level. You'll get one of every design variant of the faction merchandise, and additionally, you get plush. Liz has handcrafted some life-size Ryuneko plush, soft fluff on a posable articulated plastic spine. And one is sporting V's colors. For the second one, you get to choose any one of the canonical breeds. See, it will be a one-of-a-kind companion. Also one-of-a-kind, we will transfer your omnibus artwork, at least the head and shoulders portion, to a custom-etched brass guide coin, once again by Talenchi. So you're going to have a unique treasure featuring you that will last forever. You can see the stretch goals make the rewards better and better for virtually every backer. Volume 5 gets more fancy, cover flourishes and features, and once the omnibus gets unlocked, it does the same. Glimmering foil stamping, debossing, spot UV gloss. On that note, I will mention, I used to harbor fantasies of keeping everything we ever made in stock permanently, and especially now that we're upgrading the format of the series, it's just not something that's feasible to do. Even mainstream publishers can't really pull that off, and we are a niche independent outfit, so especially as the books increase in quality, if you want a copy of one of these bigger, more durable books, get them while they're available, because once they run out, they might be out forever.
You may notice the highest stretch goals relate to the Dreamkeepers video game.
Now, to be totally clear, this campaign is for book production. If we unlock Bast and Nama animation for the game, it doesn't make the whole game suddenly pop into existence, but it does take us a huge step closer. We've been planning this game low-key since like 2011, so funding some playable characters would really put us into serious production. For backers here's where it's relevant to you. If we unlock funding for those animations, it means you will get early access to the play test modules for refining the kinesthetics of those characters.
We want them to have a different feel. Bast is heavier, the toughest, Nama is nimble and quick, and Mace is like a nice balance between the two.
Yeah, and we've had this in mind for a long time, so if we could get it playtested together and start making these plans a reality, that would be awesome. And I mean, it's happened before. Thanks to readers like you, Dreamkeepers has made a lot of things a reality, spanning graphic novels, a prequel webcomic, standalone spin-off novel, soundtracks, plus even a 2-player tabletop paddle game.
New folks, if you're interested in those things, you will have access to most of them in Backer Kit. We didn't want to put them in the campaign tiers here because veteran readers might not need to pick up extra copies. So Backer Kit will have add-ons if you want to pick and choose items from previous campaigns, including some new heartfelt plush by me. Nama and Vanth won the vote.
A note on Backer Kit, that is where shipping will be charged. Shipping's not included in the tiers. We're partnering with a fulfillment service to try and get rates as low as humanly possible, and this way it will calculate the rate based on the final package weight, and that includes the Backer Kit add-ons. So check the chart in our campaign way at the bottom to look at that and get an idea of what you should be expecting for shipping later on.
All of this hasn't come easy. We faced our fair share of challenges in the past, up to and including a fire that destroyed our home and an entire print run of books. But we keep coming back and creating because it's what we love to do.
It's brought us here, and we're excited to be on the brink of sharing our next book, expanding the horizons of what is possible for the entire series. So pledge today, feel the weight of a beautiful hardcover book, enjoy the read, and we'll get the next chapter ready for you.
You may notice the highest stretch goals.
Are you going to do it in that voice?
No, I want to. I want to.
I won't stop you.
Oh.